Hi everyone, and welcome to Boothy's Bites, and of course, welcome Mr. Chris Booth.
Hey Jackie, how you doing? All right?
Yeah, I'm good. Now, before we dive in, I want to know all about your recent trip to the US. How was it?
Yeah. It was. I suppose a once in a lifetime sort of backpacking trip around basketball venues in America with my son, who's like a man child now. So yeah, we did a bit of bonding. He booked in basketball games in New York, Philly, Washington, Chicago, Milwaukee, San Fran, LA, Sacramento. We watched some ice hockey, which was pretty cool. I think there's a different demographic which watches that game. And anyway, I found a new pastime of spending $20 on a can of beer, which is, I'm not sure it's in my price range. Hopefully, Lydian 2026, we can afford beer of that. So yeah, don't want to break the bank. But nah, had a great adventure with my boy. Yeah, it was a really wonderful time, and it's great to be able to do it. So yeah, thanks for everyone to hold on the fort while I was away. And what's happened to your hair, Jackie? It seems like it's frizzy.
Oh my God. So before we started filming this, I was saying to Boothy that here in Queensland, it just, gets bigger and bigger as the minutes go on. So please excuse the bit frizziness, and thanks for that, Boothy, throwing me under the bus. Anyway, back to work. So the RBA, I hear some murmurs of a possible rate cut.
Well, I think we've spoken about it so much, it just seems it's going to be a bit of a letdown when they actually do reduce, because the inevitability of this rate cut has been on the cards sort of since, I don't know, I'd say March last year. But look, nonetheless, the work that the higher interest rates have done to reduce inflation, that seems to have eventuated. The inflation figures for the December quarter were well between the monetary policy's band between 2 and 3%, which is really cool. And then hopefully, as I've sort of intimated before, now the RBA can start to think about how an interest rate cut will possibly help the other elements of the Australian economy, which aren't doing too well, and growth being one of them. And employment numbers were a little bit weaker last month as well in full-time employment. And lastly, as a nation of borrowers for homes and affordability for homes, just a little bit will certainly put a bit of a spring in the step of many of us. So I do think the numbers actually do allow for a cut, and the fact that we've had 2.5 months break since the last sort of meet, I think we'll get it in February. So it's on the 18th is the decision. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, indeed. Now, what's the latest with the market interest rates?
Yeah, so this has been, sort of a bit of, I suppose, not a boring topic, but they've all been quite stable, right? So each month, there's not a great deal of movement within, the best and the best really interest rates. So some of our main lenders that we have been supporting. So remember, we've got a panel of over 60 different residential lenders. A standout bank, Move Bank, is really supporting that consumer borrower today. So, they've got some fantastic rates, sub 6% for owner-occupier variable. They've reduced their fixed rates considerably in line with the expectations that the Reserve Bank will decrease the interest rate. So that's pretty cool if you sort of want to take advantage earlier of some reduced interest rates, albeit you have to lock in. So they have got a 5.69% fixed rate for 3 years or 5.84% for 5 years. So, and similarly, they've got some pretty discounted rates for their investor stuff as well. And then other lenders that we continually are supporting is Bendigo Bank. They're one of our bigger lenders that we support, which is the old Adelaide Bank, which they've merged their sort of branding and service proposition now. And Macquarie Bank would be one of our top performing bankers, banks and bankers. If you sort of fit their low risk credit, you get a really strong interest rate. And yeah, but there's not been a great deal of change in the interest rates just of late. AMP have just reduced their fixed rates, which is pretty cool. So we're starting to see a little bit of this sort of friction. I do believe that when we see this 25 basis points and we get the monetary policy report about what next steps and timelines for potentially further discounts, that will provide a lot more chop and change with our lenders as well. So really, I think the next 3 months is a great time to review your interest rates, because there will be some meaningful conversations to have about potentially changing or also fighting for a better rate with your existing lender. So yep, definitely get in now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure that will bring some new hot rates as they roll through for all of the clients and all the offers on the table. I'm sure they'll be changing up a lot in the next few months. Now, can you talk us through Lydian's new service offerings and business collaboration for 2025, which is very exciting?
Yeah, so I mean, look, Lydian's growing, which has been wonderful, and Jackie, you've been a massive part of that, So again, thank you. But yeah, it's been great to see. So the more brokers we get, the more partners they get, the more relationships with clients we have. We know that our brokers are fantastic when it comes to the home loans, investment home loans. Yes, they can talk about self-managed super funds. So anything sort of debt related to residential property, we're super specialist about it, which is great. But we are starting to see a lot more of our clients, because we've got a lot more clients in our network now who have extra needs, which is really cool. So, for a wee while, we've been referring out to other businesses to support some of the personal consumer credit. So I'm talking about personal loans and credit to buy like cars or weddings and things like that. And also from a small business perspective, we're starting to get a lot more small businesses now, and they have needs where they want to buy utes, trucks, things like that, or even equipment to support their business as well. And it's a specialized service. There are specialized lenders in that space. So having someone with an intimate knowledge about, the products, the lending, the interest rates, the structure is something which we felt we needed in the group now. And we're very lucky to I suppose, bump into Mark Linnane, who's been a personal friend for many years. Yeah, and he was looking for a new home, and he saw the value in, one, the networks that are already in place. Number two, that he felt he could add this extra service to the brokers' service proposition to their partners, to their clients. And he comes with a lot of experience, very knowledgeable in the space, really nice guy. So it just seemed like a nice fit to have like a national asset finance service for Lydian, which, we're 20 plus brokers now, which it fits in with the expansion that we've got. So yeah, we welcome Mark Linnane to the group, and yes, that's a big tick the box. And I suppose the second big thing, Mark coming to us is a huge one, but Andrew and I have been working on this sort of project for a while, so we do feel we've got a really compelling reason to join Lydian, whether you're a new starter in broking industry or you've got a bit more of a mature business. The things that we put around, and the infrastructure we put around, and the business services we put around our brokers to go to work every day, we feel that we've got definitely a compelling reason to join Lydian as well. And also the exciting component about Lydian is that we're not only helping them to process their deals, we're doing a bit of marketing for them, but we're also generally investing in trying to find them more business to complement their existing business they get. And Andrew and I, we do feel that sort of investing in other businesses to bring them on this journey with Lydian, it was something that we wanted to do at this juncture in our journey. So 3-4 years in, we feel we're big enough to sort of look at this now. And we found a candidate to sort of engage those conversations at the start of last year. And Vaughan Clark and pretty much his family team. So there's Tabs, Jackie, Beck, and their pooch as well. They're a great bunch of guys, and they've got a really nice B2C business. So they've got lots of clients in a location in Melbourne, which is a city which is, we don't have as many brokers down in Melbourne. Vaughan's done it all through his fantastic sales skills, his interpersonal skills. He's got a really good sort of sales process for those clients and has built a fantastic business. And we felt that powering them up with a little bit with our operations team will free up some of the team members time to do more work with their existing clients. That would allow then Vaughan to step out further to support a B2B business networking component to his world, which Andrew has kicked off, and we've already got Vaughan working in H&R Block down in Melbourne for a couple of districts, and investing in his business as well, giving him some cash. And we've got a defined plan over the next sort of 3 to 5 years, 1, to grow the business, and then 2, for Vaughan to potentially take some more money off the table, to manage his personal goals and lifestyle goals as well. Yeah, I suppose 3 weeks into the settlement of the relationship, with the money handing over, has gone okay. Again, he's a senior person and got lots of ideas, so we're slowly starting to get Vaughan involved with the team. He's taking a bit of a leadership team with the brokers as one of the people on our broker advisory council, which is a really cool thing which we've initiated at the end of last year. And yeah, we're so excited to get to work for 2025 to build a mini empire like we've got in Sydney, in Melbourne as well, and replicate the partnership programs and have a city presence down in Melbourne as well. So yeah, it's really, really cool, huh?
It's so cool, and a huge congratulations to you and Roxy, because this is just, what a way to start the year. It's just amazing. So I guess shout out to you guys. Shout out to the new brokers and Vaughan and his team. And of course, our ops team, who are just absolutely killing it, keeping up with all of these changes and transitions, and they are.
Well, I think we just spoke about that before. So last year, what we did, we spent a bit of time in sort of building up training and developing the operations team in the Philippines. So we worked a lot, and just want to thank some of the senior guys there who've been with us a long time. They were at the forefront of that training and development of the next wave of mortgage broking assistants. We've invested all that time and effort into those guys, and it's wonderful to see those guys now stepping up and having direct relationships with brokers. And what that's allowed us to do is also to accommodate, Vaughan, because Vaughan's got a very busy business. Vaughan's an elite broker in his own right, writes over $100 million a year, so he's extremely busy. And we've been able to absorb some of that work already from them and plug that into our system. And look, we've had a record file prep month for January. I keep forgetting what month we're in. So January. And our first week in February was our biggest ever lodgement week, which is kind of crazy. So, but again, we actually have planned for this. Even though I look at the numbers and go, holy hell, that's a lot. That's a lot of clients we're helping. It's really great to see. So, and it's good to see that those guys are doing an amazing job over there as well. And we're further enhancing and building on that team over 2025 too. Big plans for those guys. But superstars in our world.
Yes, absolutely. Well, sign me up for the journey. Can't wait to see where Lydian goes for 2025.
You'll just have to trip back to Bowker again, Jackie. I can see it.
I can see it too.
Very good.
That is everything. Boothy, you're the best. Thank you so much for your time and your expertise. And thank you, everyone, for watching this.
Great. That's a wrap. Thank you so much, Jackie. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.